I left my husband, I left my kids, and I moved to a whole new city, a whole new state, rather. Um, just me, no one else. And I didn't move because I didn't love them, but I finally decided to love myself too. And so for years, like I put myself on the back burner, just being a mom, being a wife, which is great, it's awesome. But all this time, like I was wearing a smile, but deep down, like I wasn't really happy inside. And so one day I realized that I couldn't keep living a life that made everyone else comfortable while I was crumbling inside. So literally, like I made the most hardest decision like ever, like the most soul stretching decision like ever, and that was to pack my bags and move to Nashville.
What's going on with y'all, man? Welcome back to Yells 101 TV. I have another reaction video for you today. This here comes from a TikTok video. All Jade 93. If you want to check out her channel, they're on the video. But this one right here, man, another woman leaving her husband and actually left her kids. Just one of the all-around craziest videos that I've done a review on yet. Took a little bit of time off because I was a little bit under the weather, could barely talk. But we back. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. Help me reach my 1,000 subscribers mark. That's the goal for right now. Also, like the video for the algorithm for me. And comment. I really want to know what you have to say about this one here. Fellas and ladies, I want to hear from both sides, okay? And if you do subscribe to the channel, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping the videos. Let's go ahead and get into this one.
I left my husband, I left my kids, and I moved to a whole new city, a whole new state, rather. Just me, no one else. And I didn't move because I didn't love them, but I finally decided to love myself too. And so for years, like I put myself on the back burner, just being a mom, being a wife, which is great, it's awesome. But, all this time, like I was wearing a smile, but deep down, like I wasn't really happy inside. And so one day I realized that I couldn't keep living a life that made everyone else comfortable while I was crumbling inside. So literally, like I made the most hardest decision like ever, like the most soul stretching decision like ever, and that was to pack my bags and move to Nashville.
All right, we're going to go ahead and stop it there. One of the most soul-searching decisions that you ever made. No, one of the most selfish decisions that you have ever made. Like I keep saying, women, ladies, y'all can disagree with me all you want. But in this modern age, this modern time, these modern women are constantly only thinking about themselves. Like me being the youngest child, being a mama's boy, I also have my dad in my life. They weren't together. They were off and on from when I was a child, but I couldn't even imagine my mom just being like one day, yeah, I'm done with y'all. I'm done with your dad and I'm done with y'all and I'm out of here. Do you know what kind of psychological trauma that she put on her children by up and leaving them? Like, that is just one of the most selfish things that you can do. And where is your motherly instincts for you to just want to get up and leave your children for your happiness? Not their happiness, yours. Yeah, you can find happiness, it's got to be a balance. But for me, my kids would always be my first priority, even over my own happiness, because I would have chosen to make them just like she chose to have them. You made those children, and to be a mother and to want to be up just and want to be able to just get up and leave, go to a whole new state and just say I'm out because I'm choosing me. That has to be a hard pill to swallow, to be a child that your mom did not choose you. I just couldn't even imagine that.
I actually, one day I just woke up and, I was just like, well, I can't do this anymore. Like, I feel like I need to do something different, like, other than what I'm doing. And I felt like I needed to find me again. Like I said, because, I felt like I was losing myself. So anyway, like, rewinding, I had actually applied for a position with Vanderbilt. And I ended up getting the position, and they were offering a sign-on bonus as well as a relocation bonus. And yeah, like, I got the position and I took it. So anyway, no safety net, like no guarantees, no nothing. I applied for my apartment and everything. Like, I literally like got approved for everything like right away. So if
Okay, so basically, she planned this whole thing. So she had already been looking for jobs. That's not the first job she applied for. You should just know that. She found the city and the state she wanted to go to, looked for jobs, and applied to multiple jobs to land that one. I know how it works. I'm in corporate America. I have my degrees and everything else as well. And you don't just apply for one job and boom, you get it. Also, there had to be a reason for her to choose Nashville, Tennessee, and the reason she wanted to go there. Something must have caught her attention. Somebody could have slid in those DMs. She's seen a better life with another man and decided to leave her husband and her children. Okay? Yeah, it's one thing of leaving the husband or whatever, because we know that happens so often. But for her to leave her children and go to a whole nother state, it has to be a bigger reason than just wanting to do something for herself. There's always something else in that equation. She wanted to go there. Maybe a guy caught her attention. She wanted to see what that's about. And she just up and left her family.
it seems like everything had just fell into my lap, like it was what I was supposed to be doing. And because of that, like, it really validated my decision to leave. And so I did that. I get to Nashville. I started rebuilding my life. Um, you know, I even like started thinking like of another business endeavor that I had been thinking about for like the past 5 years, that I never like built up the courage to do. And if you know me, like, you know, I've had businesses.
So why couldn't you go to your husband, and be like, hey, I got an idea, you know what I mean? And try to build that business together. Why can't women in the modern era think like that, like think to build for the household? Why does it always have to be separate? That's that feminism mindset that has these women wrapped up into themselves. They're consumed by consumed by selfishness. That's all it is. It's just straight up selfishness, only thinking about me, me, me. What can I do to better myself? All about me, not about the family. How about you build that business with your husband and for your family, and then try to build some generational wealth and teach your kids the business and build something like that. No, it's always I need to go out on my own and try to do it myself and all about me, me. I want to do it myself, me, 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 me. I mean, it's just, I mean, and that's why men are just like, hey, man, I don't even care about relationships anymore. It's because what's the point? You can be the great dad, you can be the great husband, you can be the great man. It doesn't matter. You never know because women will sit up there for years. Like she sat up there for 5 years, didn't tell her husband about the business idea she had in her head, and made an exit strategy and followed that plan and packed her bags and bounced on the husband and the children with no remorse, it seems like.
Even like just saving money, paying off debt, like rebuilding my credit, like everything. Like, I got my stuff back up, which I'm like totally proud of. And now like I'm getting ready to graduate with my master's in public health here in September 5th to be exact. And honestly, like I still have like a long ways to go. Like there's still so much that I want to do. I cried, I prayed, like I healed.
And I'm gonna just say it like this: if you think this woman is in Nashville in a whole new environment, whole new city, whole new state, and you think she's not messing around or dealing with any other man, I got beachfront property in Idaho to sell you. If that's what you think. For a fact, she's rebuilding herself and doing all this with another man. She has somebody else there that she's dealing with. And I don't care. No one can tell me different. Women, go ahead and jump in the comments and call me crazy and all that. Go ahead. I want to hear it. I want to hear you. I want to hear what you women have to say about this one. Come on, make up an excuse for her. I want to see it. I want to hear it. Come on. Get in those comments and tell me and make up an excuse for this woman for leaving her children.
I did a lot, like, and I found me. But like I said, like I'm not done yet, and I'm like so damn proud of how far that I've come. Like you don't even know the half. And I contemplated about whether like I wanted to even share this, you know, because yeah, like I've always like shared, you know, good news about, you know, certain things happening like in my life, but I've never just opened up and really just shared my truth to people. So this is new for me, and it's definitely like, you know, taking a leap of faith, because this is nothing that I, you know, ever really like imagined doing. But yeah, this is my story. And honestly, like this is for any woman who feels stuck or torn or like scared to choose herself. You're not a bad mom. You're not a bad wife for choosing you.
Yes, you are. And if women, you guys need to quit following certain people and letting this filth get into your mind and get into your mindset, because this is horrible advice. And choosing you over your children is terrible advice. Women have to be more conscious on who they follow, because women are very, very easily influenced. There's a reason why marketing firms target women and children. I'm a marketing major. I have my bachelor's degree in marketing. There's a reason why they market to women and children. Women and children are the easiest to influence and to get to buy your product. That's why you subscribe to people like this, consume their content. That little devil on your shoulder is going to start whispering in your ear. And it's going to be whispering horrible, terrible advice to make choices like this woman here.
Mean that you're abandoning love. It doesn't mean that you're abandoning your family. It just means that you're making space for the version of you that has been buried so long under obligation.
And open up a new space for the other side of the bed for a new man. You're choosing. She chose a new man and a new job over her children and her husband. I'm saying husband last. The children is the most diabolical part of all of this.
And that's exactly what it was. Like, if you are in your breaking point area, like, girl, I totally see you. Like, I see you. But you just, if that is something that you're wanting to do, like, I would just say pray about it. You know, for me, like, God is the head of my life. And
No, that's not God. I'm sorry. God didn't tell you to create these children and abandon them. What part of God is that? That's the whole problem now. When people, especially women, make up this whole thing about what God is telling them to do, Show me where it says to abandon your children and go off into the world by yourself as a woman. Show me where it says that, and to break up your home. Show me where it shows that. Show me where it says that in the Bible. Show me since you follow God and you follow the Bible, probably a Christian. Show me in the Bible where it says abandon your children, abandon your husband, and I will give you fruits of the world, the golds of the world, to do that. Okay?
Really sought him like never before, because I mean, God forbid I moved to another state and then, you know, the worst happens, you know? But everything fell into place. And then, you know, even my husband and I, like, our relationship got better. It started off like really rocky, but we got better, and, you know, we developed a deeper understanding of each other. And I feel like things are better than ever because I know who I am now, like, even more so.
This husband has to be, it has to be something wrong with him, man. If I was married with children and my wife just decide to up and leave us and leave me with the children, and you know he probably has a career too, so he had to figure out, you know, what he needs to do to make sure the children are okay while he's working and doing all that, which he probably did, because us men can figure that out as well. If we start getting the kids and y'all start leaving, hey, go ahead. You know, us men will figure it out. You know, we're problem solvers. That's what we do. But for him to have a better understanding of her, nah, man. If you leave me with my children as a mother, and you're the mother, and you leave me, and you don't want abandon your children with me, and you abandon the household, the family, the marriage, the children, you're done. You're cut off. You wouldn't be hearing from them. You wouldn't be hearing from me. When they get old enough, they're going to hear about everything that you did. And guess what? I'm going straight to the courthouse. I'm getting full custody, full parental custody of the children. You will not be seeing them. You're going to have to fight me in court to see my children. Like, you know, women say my children. Yeah, for me, if I'm the husband, you're going to have to fight me for my children, because obviously you don't really care about them.
Because when we got married, I was a 22-year-old girl. I had a 5-month-old baby, and I didn't know nothing about being grown. And I was just going along with him, just following his lead, you know. And because of that, I really didn't know who I was. Like I said, I was just going along, you know, just following my man. You know, he was older, and, you know, he had the life and everything. But I had to find, like, what works for me. And I'm so glad that I did, because, yeah, it was literally, like, the best thing I ever could have done for myself. Because, yeah.
And that's the end of the video, but that's just crazy, man. The best thing I could have done for myself. This video right here is probably one of the craziest reactions I've done so far. To abandon your children, abandon your husband for just literally selfish reasons, and saying that God is the one that told you to do this. Maybe it was Satan that told you to do this. I don't know about God. There's a different angel on your shoulder telling you to do this, and telling you to break up your family, and tell you to put your kids through this emotional state. Because, you know, children, no matter what, even if the father's in the house, it's still a thing about a mother and a mother's love that attracts children to them just a little bit different. I mean, everybody knows this. I mean, even us, we know, people who have mothers and grew up with mothers know that mother's love, that mother's sense of warmth and everything is just different from your dad's. Yeah, you love your dad just as much, but as a small child, that mom love is something that you need, and that dad discipline is something that you need. You need both of those together to make you whole as a human. That's how it's supposed to be. And for her just to up and leave and take out on them, it's just crazy. And if the husband has a better understanding of her, I mean, bro, what's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, man? There has to be something wrong with him. Seek some help if you have a better understanding of her leaving you and leaving your children to go pursue just her happiness. Okay? And with that being said, that's going to be the end of the video right there. Please let me know what you think about this in the comments. Women and men, I want to hear it from both sides. Come Come on, let me hear it. And if you do like the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the like for me for the algorithm and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping the videos. And just like that, I'm out.